Until I got the courage to say, "Are you serious?"
Hey, that's a ghost, bro.
He said, "Yeah, sorry, but I'm almost done at the counter.
Oh, no.
I'm just gonna
Run,
drive
man,
home now
run.
if you can wait. Let's eat together. Bye."
Run, Miko.
I was there standing still in the kitchen
Well,
and couldn't move while still looking at the man in the bed.
So who was that?
Then I realized the cup of coffee. We
poured it
left
out.
it in the morning. When I went to the dorm, it was not
still
empty as we
hot.
expected.
And you poured it out.
But it was still
hot.
hot. It should have cooled down. I looked back at the sink for 1 second.
Oh, no.
And to my terror, when I looked again at the bed,
He gone.
he was no longer
Oh, no. Run.
I screamed, ran out of the room, and waited for my best
Go
friend.
home, man. Go home.
When Miko was finally home after 40 minutes,
Miko, box
I told him
ass.
what happened and saw his confused, scared reaction.
He's scared.
After that night, we decided to transfer to another dormitory.
And go home.
And fortunately, nothing happened anymore in the new place. But I will never forget this memory.
Dumb and Dumber.
Forever.
That's Dumb and Dumber. Y'all should have. Stop messing with them ghosts, man. If she asks a question, the only question answer is no. Why does it have a cross right there?
Ah!
That's
Well, a pleasant
blood?
way to begin my 3 a.m. shift at Mercy Hospital.
Okay.
The first thing I did as I sat down was cut my finger. It was a paper cut.
Now, how you
Despite
did that?
working at one of the
Stupid.
largest hospitals in the state, I couldn't find a single band-aid laying around. I sucked on my index finger like a vampire while I scrambled my desk for that band-aid.
You sucking
I found
blood?
one. Purple. I'm a hospital receptionist, and all that means is I greet visitors, make appointments, and look nice.
That's what you're supposed to
as
do, dummy.
nice as a 30-year-old man who hasn't slept in hours can look. That night, as we call it, it was just me and a few nurses on the floor.
And who else?
Other than that, it was ghost quiet, except for the heavy, heavy rain. I sat back on the cheap recliner chair all receptionists get the honour of using. While adjusting my band-aid, I listened to the television mounted on the corner of the ceiling as it broadcasted a seemingly important message.
Authorities say the woman was last seen on Cedar Avenue.
I looked up to see if the television was showing any images of this strange woman. None. It was yet another crazy person with no name and no face who we were supposed to look out for.
That's
Not
crazy.
creepy at all.
Authorities also say the woman was reportedly walking around and asking people very, very bizarre questions.
I focused back on my desk and continued working, but
You
I still
better.
listened as the news anchor went on and on.
What's she
She
talking
continued.
The following statement was issued by an unidentified government official.
Listen carefully, folks. Whatever she asks you, answer no. Do not, under any circumstances, answer yes.
Officials won't
Okay.
comment further as to why, citing security clearance. Police are asking that you immediately call 911 if you deem anyone
That's
suspicious.
rat.
I thought that part of the
police.
coverage was quite odd, but I wasn't sure anything could scare me anymore.
Yeah.
Working here at the hospital, I thought I'd seen it all. At the flash of the ruby red ambulance lights, I've seen people come in with severed arms, legs, fingers,
Oh,
people
no.
who somehow managed to scoop out their eyes,
How?
failed suicide attempts, and much, much more.
Oh,
You
no.
get used to it. My head was practically sunk into my desk as I filled out paperwork. That's when I heard something very subtle.
Big
initially.
head ass.
I heard it coming from the front
Oh,
door.
so that's that girls.
The automatic doors opened and closed.
By themselves?
Closed, slamming
Run.
against each other
Run.
and sounding an obnoxiously loud
Oh no,
thud.
that's too much
The
happening.
very
I
dim
would have been
lighting I
gone.
had surrounding my desk flickered incessantly. Hello?
Flicker?
I called out, seated behind the safety of my desk.
Man, you
Only
shoulda
the
left.
tiny wind responded.
Hello?
Hello? I
That's
called
a
out
ghost.
again. I felt obligated to check if someone was there.
You supposed to.
Since it might have been someone who was injured and needed our attention.
Man.
I reluctantly picked myself
Boy,
up from
I
my
don't
chair and
care
walked
if
over
they
to
need help.
inspect.
I would've
I
been
nearly
home.
slipped and cracked my head open as the entrance
Put a
floor was
bus
almost
your damn
flooded from the rain. I noticed footsteps.
Footsteps?
Wet shoe marks that seemed to be
And you
inside
ain't
the
see
hospital
nobody?
and then
Run.
back out.
Run.
I stood near the doors, poking my head outside.
What you
I
seen?
looked. All I heard was the distant sounds of sirens and honking cars.
What's
The
he?
rain poured harder. The peace and quiet was disturbed within moments of me sitting back down. The
Come on,
automatic
Dubai.
door started again.
Come on,
opening
Dubai.
and closing, slamming shut,
It's still-
letting in more rain as they did.
Dubai.
But
What?
this time, I heard
Well,
gentle
obviously.
footsteps make their way towards me.
What it was?
Closer and closer. Someone
No.
slowly
No.
emerged from the darkness between the entrance.
It's that girl. It's that girl. Say no.
Drenched black hair approached,
Oh, hell
wearing
no.
a dark brown raincoat and a pair of boots that were too large for her.
Dusty boot wearing having
Her
ass.
face was inundated with wrinkles and wet makeup. Her
Nanny
black
McPhee.
eyeshadow
I would
smudged.
say no,
Oh
no,
my
no,
God.
no,
Heavy
no, no.
rain outside.
Anything
She
you
didn't
want?
seem to
No.
have bothered wearing her hoodie.
Get out.
Hello. How can I help you, ma'am? She didn't respond. She looked around, scanning and observing an
Dude,
unimpressive
she's a
hospital.
ghost.
Is there something I can help you with? Still nothing. We engaged in a brief stare down, which she won.
Man,
I looked down
don't
and
look at
proceeded
her.
to gather important paperwork. Are you here to visit someone? Then finally, she responded, without talking. She simply nodded and then took a few steps forward.
She
Her
said
hand
yes.
was hanging down her side.
Say no,
Her
say no.
posture was unnatural, almost uncomfortable.
Is she?
Okay,
Oh my God,
for
oh
now
my
I'm
God!
going to sign here, then we'll have to wait a few hours for visiting time to begin,
Oh my
I
God.
said, pushing forward a sheet of paper and a pen. She raised her arm to sign and then abruptly stopped. She seemed startled by something on the
She
desk.
mad, dude!
She looked at me, tilted her head, and, with a smile that was as wide as her eyes, said, "Would you please move that for me?" I was confused at first.
No!
And
Say
then she
no.
pointed at it with her index
Say
finger.
no, dude. Say no.
Drops of rainwater tapped against my desk while her arm hovered over it. I took the little crucifix we had at the front desk and put it in a drawer. The woman proceeded as if she was going to finally sign the paper and then stop before writing anything. She dropped the pen on the ground and stood there again, staring at me. She asked me a question. "Do you reject the Trinity?" "I'm sorry?" I replied.
chills, I
For a
got
few more
chills.
uncomfortable moments, the woman stood there
Say
like
no.
an ancient statue.
Say no, dude.
I had no idea what she meant by that.
Say no!
Who exactly are you here to see? Family? Friend? What's your relationship with the patient?
That's the
Before I
girl.
could finish talking midway
That's
through
her.
my question, the woman turned around and walked out the door, still smiling and her eyes as wide as I'd ever seen
She
on a
on
person.
crack,
I went
dude!
back to work and tried to move on, but her creepy mannerisms were trapped in my mind throughout the night.
Dude, don't
As
think
around
about
4
it.
a.m. I spotted one of the children in our hospital walking down the hall. "Nina, is that you?" I called out. All the kids in the hospital knew me. I was proudly considered one of the cooler employees. I let them
I can't watch it. I watch anything else on his thing. Like he be on Roblox, he mostly be on Roblox and GTA. And he did one video on here, 2 videos without him like playing a game. That was before I guess he called it his game, like his game channel. I might put him up like in the link or something. Please, wait, please.